What up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to episode number 10 of the Spun Today podcast. I'm your host, Tony Ortiz. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for taking time out of your busy days, your busy schedules, and listening to this. Or if you accidentally stumbled upon the website and clicked on it by mistake, or just too lazy to get up and change it, or reach over to your phones and change it, or switch over the browser, thank you very much for being a lazy fuck. In this episode, I have a treat for you guys. I'm giving you a bit of a break from my crappy developing writing. And if you couldn't tell from the title of the podcast, this episode is going to be about my recent engagement to my now fiancé, Zoila. No, which is cool, which is what I love about podcasts. It's a beautiful thing about podcasts. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself to one specific thing, one genre, one whatever. It's yours. Do whatever the fuck you want with it, basically. It's, if you're into a bunch of different things that don't necessarily, quote unquote, go together, you could put them together because, again, it's your thing. And that's just a beautiful thing about the medium that I really enjoy. So, like I've said before, and if you visit my website, spuntoday.com, and read the About section, the podcast is basically a fusion of my two favorite pastimes, which are writing and podcasts. And mainly listening to podcasts, and then eventually I was motivated to start this one. And that actually leads me to, nice little segue there, to this video that I want to tell you guys about that you should check out. I'll put the link to this YouTube video on the episode notes, so you guys can click on and check out for yourselves. It's like a 45-minute interview where Elon Musk was interviewed by Khan Academy. And it's like Khan Academy, for those of you that don't know. I stumbled upon it. I forgot how. I think it was back when I was like in college or something like that. It's pretty much like, if you're in high school or college, if you need help with like homework or problems or questions, or if you're a parent, you haven't done algebra or some shit in a while, and your kid is having questions or geometry and like stuff like that, Khan Academy has these awesome videos, all free, online, where he like goes over problems, explains them like in such a phenomenal way that you get them. It really like sinks in, at least with me anyway. Picture like your favorite teacher in like math class or like any science class or something like that back in school, like your favorite one, the one that actually like made you get the topic. And that's how he explains every topic that he goes over, at least all the ones that I've seen. And it's math stuff, science stuff, even like it's not just like high school or college stuff. You could, if you have questions on the differences between a 401k versus an IRA and stuff like that, he has a video on that, which I saw, which is pretty cool. And shit like that, questions about how stocks and bonds work, and a bunch of stuff. Again, that's Khan Academy. Khan is spelled Khan, and then academy.com. So if you guys don't know about that, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. Anyway, they interviewed Elon Musk, which, if you don't know who Elon Musk is, he's like the real life fucking Tony Stark. They compare him to Iron Man. He's a billionaire entrepreneur who started PayPal, which revolutionized the internet. Tesla, not necessarily revolutionized the internet, but revolutionized the way commerce is done and the exchange of funds on the internet. He started Tesla, the car company, and he's been revolutionizing and is revolutionizing that electric car auto industry, like that space, that segment. Also started Solar City, which deals, I don't know too much about them, but they deal with like installing, what are they called? Like solar panels and stuff, like on people's homes, like on the roofs, as an alternative energy source for electricity. And also SpaceX, which is sick. It's like the first private rocket ship company, I guess is the best way to describe it, where they literally send rockets out into space. They have contracts with NASA to deliver goods and stuff to astronauts that are in orbit or whatever you call it, to their space station up there and stuff like that. And he's doing big things in all those things. But back to what I was saying before about the little segue, one of the things he said in this interview, which resonated with me, is he said one of his objectives always was to get into cars, electric cars specifically. So he started studying like that growing up, when he went to college, and that's around the time that the internet started to happen, like in the 90s, early to mid 90s. And he said something along the lines of, he didn't just want to watch it happen. Speaking about the internet, he didn't just want to watch the internet happen. He wanted to take part in it. And that's pretty much how I felt or feel about podcasting. I love the medium so much, listen to it, dozens of podcasts all the time. Again, I always reference my first episode here on the Spun Today podcast, where I literally go through and give a mini review of all the different podcasts that I listen to. And I didn't want to just sit by and like watch podcasting happening, because it is happening as we speak. It's been happening for probably like around 7 or 8 years maybe. But I think it's just growing exponentially, and it's really going to blow the fuck up, podcasting in general, more than it has already. And it's part of the reason why I started this thing and got into it. Yeah, he said that in that interview, and that made me think of this, which is why I brought it up. Again, the link to the full interview is in the episode notes, so you guys can check it out yourselves. I recommend it. It seems like a really cool dude. Something else that I like about him is that he, like the way he looks at things. He got into, according to what he has said in a few different interviews as well, I think he says in this one, he got into the electric cars to get try to change the mentality of people, being so addicted to fossil fuels, and to try to be the catalyst to spark that change in other car companies, which he has, because what are they called? Mercedes, the Daimler or something like that, Daimler Mercedes. They own a stake of Tesla, and Tesla sells them parts for their electric cars, as well as to Toyota, and there seems to be a growing push towards that space. Also, he said that he got into the whole rocket ship thing because he wants to, he envisions the world in the future of people colonizing Mars and other planets. It's like the logical next step for human civilization, if you extrapolate the exponential growth of technology, to the future, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million years down the line. So he said he when he was thinking about it, he went onto like NASA's website, and he was pretty much like looking for the date on like a game plan basically of when we're gonna go to Mars, because he was like, we went to the moon all these years ago, and we haven't been back, and He's just curious as to what's going on. And then he found out that there was literally like no plans or no thought of doing any of this stuff, which is what sparked him to start SpaceX. And he said that his main thing was to spark that what's the word I'm looking for? Spark that interest, like that mass interest in space exploration again, and to show that it is possible to then be able to increase the funding for NASA and their, space exploration programs, which seems to be going pretty well in terms of like his plans. So it's pretty cool, like that type of thought. I think anyway, I find that pretty cool. So again, check out that video. It's in the episode notes. Now, aside from that, just wanted to remind you guys about the newsletter. Sign up to the newsletter so that you can be the first to know whenever these episodes come out or whenever I post new content on the website, whether it's a short story or some new free writing stuff, some new photography, and stuff like that. The newsletter is found on my website, spuntoday.com/contact on the contact page. All the way at the bottom, just put in first name, last name, and your email, and I promise not to bombard you with unnecessary shit. It's literally just going to be an email saying the new podcast episode is available, or check out this new short story, shit like that. So you're definitely not going to receive like junk mail or anything like that, unless you find the short stories and stuff like that to be junk. Then that's besides the point. Now, down to the episode. Again, like I said, this episode is about my engagement to my girl, now fiancé. We recently went to the Dominican Republic a few weeks back, like a month ago already. And I take you guys through, well, the episode starts off with some ambient sounds of Santo Domingo. It's the capital. It's me pretty much sitting down at my. It's probably like a minute or two long. Me sitting down at my grandparents' house in DR, and just listening to like un motor 70 pass by, and what else? Like just like peddlers like in the street, like selling towels and. Another like car passing by selling guandules and like stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. It's stuff that I hadn't been to DR in like 10 years, going on 11 or something like that. And once I was there and I was like listening to all that, like those, like that surrounding, like to me, I don't know about you guys, but like different places and just places in general have like a certain feel, a certain smell, a certain sound. That type of shit, like, reminded me of DR, and it was pretty cool. So I recorded, like, a few of those things, strung them together. They didn't all, like, happen back to back. So I strung them together and came up with that, like the first, like, minute or two of the podcast is going to be that. Then after that, it's a road trip, basically. With me and my girl, because we went to DR. We went to Santiago, which is where her father's from, where her family's from, and we stayed there for a few days. Did the whole thing, the family thing on her side, and then we drove from there to Santo Domingo, which is where my family's from, or where they live, and it was the anniversary actually of my 1 year anniversary of my grandmother passing away. So all the family like convened there, and we had like Hora Santa, I think it's called, like a mass kind of thing, and we were there for a couple days, spent it there. Then she and I went to Punta Cana. Actually, while we were in Santo Domingo, the second day that we were there, we went to San Pedro de Macorís, and we visited my aunt on my father's side, who's a nun, who's been a nun for like 200 years or something like that. And we visited her, hung out with her for a little while. While we were in Santiago, also, we, just to backtrack a little bit, we went to Moca, which is cool, which is where my father was born, and visited my uncle and my aunt over there, and I actually saw the house where my father was born, and where he grew up, which was pretty cool. Visited some family there. We also went, while I was still in Santiago, to La Vega, which is where my girl's father has he has like a finca there. And so back to Santo Domingo. We went to Santo Domingo, then we went to San Pedro de Macorís, then back to Santo Domingo. It felt like that Aventura song where he uses like all the cities or towns or whatever, like the names in the song. Actually, you know what? I'll put that song, for those of you that haven't heard it or whatever, at the end of the episode, of this episode. It's an Aventura song. It's pretty cool. It's Romeo Santos from Aventura. He uses all the different names of I don't know what they're called, provinces or towns or states or cities of DR. And he strings them all together and like creates like a song out of them. Telling a story about like following a girl like all throughout DR, etc. I'll end this episode with that song. Excuse me. What else? So then from there we go to, it's like a road trip basically from Santo Domingo to Punta Cana, which took us almost 4 hours. And that's the second part of the podcast, which is pretty much just me and her shooting the shit in the car. Sorry about the AC, interferes a little bit. It's not too annoying, but sometimes you hear like a little wind that's like the AC from the car, like hitting the microphone of the MP3 recorder. And what else? It's pretty much her and I shooting the shit and speaking about our trip up until that point. And then after that, there's like this little piece where we finally arrived at the resort in Punta Cana. And when we were like pulling in and they're checking our bags and stuff. Then after that, it's the day of the proposal, which, full disclosure, on the day that I had planned already to propose on 12, 13, 14, which I found out after the fact is like this cliche day. But whatever, I like that date because it's like the last date that the month, the day, and the year are going to be like in sequence like that, like sequential, like 12, 13, 14, for, I guess, like a really long time. And what was I going to say? Yeah, and it's a date that's easy to remember. So I picked that day. On that day, I wound up getting food poisoning. Well, what I think is food poisoning, like the morning of, which fucking sucked. And I had it all planned. We had this one of those romantic dinner on the beach things that resorts do. We had that reserved, and I was gonna do it after that. So pretty much like that morning, I woke up. I thought I was just hungover from like the night before, like drinking, hanging out in the resort, and got up, went to the pool, got another drink to try to kill the hangover, and then from there we spent a little while there, not too long. Then we went over back to the beach, and like I sat down on one of like the beach beds, and I was just feeling like shit. And then I knew that I had this reservation at night. It's the night I'm gonna propose. And I needed that to go smoothly, so, I told her, I can't, we got to go back to the room. I got to fucking rest for tonight because I don't want to miss the dinner. And, I told her it's because it's already paid for and it's not refundable, blah, 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 like shit like that. Because she mentioned, she was like, let's just skip the dinner and, like, stay in and order room service or something like that. And I was like, no, we can't. So then, after After that, go back to the room. And, you know, I'm like sick as a dog. I'm fucking have a fever, which I found out afterwards was like 103 fever. I have like a robe on. I have shorts on. I have a t-shirt on. The robe on top of that, I have a saban on, a fleece on, and just like freezing my ass off basically with a fever, and just like in bed and popping Advils like they were Skittles. And then that night, I pretty much manned up. I was actually feeling better. Not 100%, but feeling a lot better. And which is the next part of the podcast, which is like us at dinner, basically, just talking. And I don't think she knew that I was recording while we were talking. I think at first, yeah, because it's like broken up into two parts. And I edited a lot of it, by the way, like just for like that space in between, just like random dinner conversation. But a lot of it's in there, like maybe like 10 or 15 minutes worth. Then from there, it goes, we leave dinner. We leave the dinner. Still feeling all right. And we go to the bathroom by like a bar that's outside. And that's where like I turn on the recorder again. And I put it up like on my shirt pocket. And then, you know, as you guys will hear, that's when I pop the question and where all the magic happens. So that's pretty much it. That's just a little preview of what you guys are going to listen to. And also I tried doing for that piece, that engagement piece, I tried doing a Sarah Koenig serial-esque type of narration to it, which I thought was pretty cool. It was definitely fun to do. So let me know what you guys think about that. All right? So without further ado, here is the engagement episode. Right now we are in Bienvenidos a something, which is 4 kilometers away. But we just left Higüey. We just finished taking pictures in front of La Basilica. What's the name of it? Alta Gracia, which is the famous Higüey church. And we've been on the road. We left Santiago this morning. Santo Domingo. ¿Cómo a qué hora? Do you remember? Like around 10-ish. What time is it now?
12:30.
No, it's around 12:30, and that's actually a pretty good time. 2.5 hours. And we already passed by La Basilica. We stopped like 10 times for Sola to go to the bathroom.
Sorry.
And we also stopped to take pictures and shit like that, so it's a really good time, actually. And according to our calculations from before, we're like maybe like 40 minutes away from the resort. Dreams Punta Cana Resort and Spa.
Can't wait.
And we can't wait to get there.
What are you gonna do first?
Well, by the time we get there, we'll have the room. So, I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably get something to eat. Then check out the pool or the beach or both.
Or the beach and then.
Yeah, I was thinking the casino, but the casino we could go to at night.
Yeah.
That's just gonna be open at all times. And we'll have to try the beach and stuff like that. Have a couple drinks by the pool, the beach. It's gonna be nice.
Have you enjoyed your trip?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You did a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. How about you?
I loved it. I'm gonna miss it when we leave.
Yeah. You gonna miss your pops?
Yeah.
That was the first thing we did. We got to Santiago last Saturday on, what day was it, the 6th?
Yeah.
And we pretty much chilled with Sola's father, who lives over there. And spent most of our time with him and visiting her friends and family and stuff in Santiago. And Santiago was actually really cool. It was my first time in Santiago. And Sola lived there, actually, right? For how many years?
5 to 6 years.
And it's your old stomping ground, pretty much. Hanging out over there. It's actually really cool. I liked it a lot.
Very urban.
Yeah.
Suburban.
Urban and suburban, like it's like both, like the best of both worlds. It's like campo-ish, but with all city facilities, like
By Campo,
Like 3 minutes away.
Trees.
yeah, campo-ish compared to like New York and shit. Check out that sign there. ¿Qué dice? Garden Bauer Punta Cana this
Yeah.
way. All right, and then we were in Santiago. We went to what's it called?
The Capitan?
No, Monumento in Santiago,
Yeah.
which is really cool. We saw it at night, and it was really nice. It's like the Statue of Liberty or something of Santiago. It's like the main monument, and it like overlooks the city. It's like on a hill. It's pretty awesome. And what else? We were going to go to, the only thing that we didn't get to do is go to, that we had planned, is go to Camp David, the restaurant we had reservations for. We wanted to take our parents to, and there was like road construction and stuff like that, and it took us an hour to get somewhat near the entrance of it, and we still couldn't, find like the exact way to go up because it was closed off, and we wound up just turning around and heading back, and we ate somewhere else. So that's the only thing that regrettably we didn't get to do. Camp David is also like on a high up mountain, and it has like old school Carzo de Trujillo, like throughout the restaurant, and it overlooks the entire Santiago pretty much. And from what I heard, it's really nice. And from the pictures and stuff that I've seen, Soyla's been there before, like years ago, right? And I wanted my parents to see that and her pops. But your pops has been there actually,
Yeah.
so you went with your cousin.
Falta.
La Crema.
No, that's Francisco.
Francisco.
I mean, that's,
Él no se llama Fato.
no, Falta es otro hermano de Lori.
Okay.
Fabio. De la
Fabio.
Crema.
Okay.
But most of all, we did everything. Somehow. We did everything we wanted to do. We saw everybody. Well, I saw everybody I wanted to see in Santiago.
Yeah. Definitely. And I got to know your family, which is pretty cool. And a couple of your friends. And then we left. Oh, and then we went to Mocha too. We went on Monday. We went to Mocha, which is where my father grew up and where he was born. And we actually went to go see his the exact house he was born in and grew up in. We took video of that, which was pretty cool. And saw a couple of my uncle, one of my uncles and my aunt, and a few of my cousins that have like a ¿cómo ¿Cómo se llama eso? La vaina de puerco.
A pig.
I don't know. They're like,
Pen or something?
I guess.
A hog pen or whatever.
And they had pigs that were like the size of fucking cows or something.
They were huge.
They were like really fucking big.
With a lot of little ones that were so cute.
Yeah. And it's sick how they have it like all separate. They have like the baby ones, the ones that were just born, like breastfeeding from the mother. And they have those like in one area, and then in another area they have the ones that are about to give birth. In another area they have the ones that are already like grown and
They're about to almost die.
Yeah. And it's pretty crazy. And then they had like a bunch of chickens, like in different stages too. Like the little baby chicks and
A little bit bigger.
yeah.
And the adult hen.
Yeah, that was pretty
The
cool.
smell
to see.
was out of this world.
Yeah. Didn't smell too great. It was cool. That's part of the charm of it, I
I'm
guess.
used to it
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah.
A long while.
And then we chilled with your pops and my parents, my uncle, and Priamo that went with us. We had some sancocho at my uncle's house. And that was pretty cool.
Which is, it's like
Which
a
is what?
hearty soup.
Oh yeah, sancocho. It's like a soup with
Meat.
a bunch of meat and plantain and
Yeah.
vegetables and like a bunch of shit in it. It's like a Dominican staple.
Yeah.
And it was banging. And then we went back to Santiago. That was on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we went to go pick up my parents in Mocha to then go to that Camp David reservation that we had that we didn't make it to. And we ate somewhere else. And then de ahí nos fuimos para la capital, which is Santo Domingo, the capital.
Then the waterworks.
And yeah. Then I saw a bunch of my family and all old neighbors from around there. A bunch of my aunts and uncles and cousins that I hadn't seen in a little over 10 years since I've been back to DR. And that was awesome. It was really cool. I spent a lot of time with them. Everybody liked Zoila. And they didn't just say so because she was there. Because they told me like on the side too when she wasn't around. And we had my grandmother's 1 year anniversary that she passed away, so there was like a Hora Santa and a misa and stuff like that. Yeah, that was
It's an hour of pray.
an hour of prayer. There you go. Bueno, que te oyendo esto would have to speak both English and Spanish, so or grab a dictionary.
Or be Dominican.
Yeah.
To know.
And that was Thursday. That's what that pretty much took up the bulk of the day. Like we helped set up like the food and stuff like that we were serving because we like in a traditional Dominican Hora Santa thing. Like they give food to everybody that comes, and then they give picadera. What's that?
The Bávaro sign.
Oh yeah. Nice. And then they give out picadera. I mean, so that helped like package the picaderas and stuff.
Yeah, like a million.
Hell yeah, there's a bunch of like little plastic
Hard
boxes,
labor.
and it was it was a kipe, meatball.
I would never think to use a meatball though, but that's a good idea.
No, ¿y salió bien?
Like a keeper, yeah. That's the obvious thing. Keeper, a pastelito.
Yeah,
You know, it's like a meat pie type of thing. And what else? And bread.
A piece of bread, yeah,
That was really good too.
and a meatball.
It's fresh.
So it was like 4 things per little
Oh,
package.
and by the way, in the capital, like, we were having light issues.
Oh yeah, en la capital se iba la
And we
luz
had to
every
take
day.
showers with cold water.
Yeah, which is actually
That's a new one.
pretty refreshing.
It is refreshing, but the first one is not that refreshing. The first,
First one is cold as fuck.
holy shit, it's like I got tense.
Yeah. You like freeze up
Like
a little bit.
goosebumps.
Yeah. But then after like the second one, then after that, like they actually feel good. Not
Yeah,
even
you're used to it.
Not even like get used to it. Like it feels good. Like it's been To me, it felt good. And yeah, that sucked. That part sucked about La Capital, but supposedly from what I hear, that's gonna change, and they're gonna finally have like
24 hours.
24-hour light.
That's one of the issues here.
Yeah.
No light sometimes.
The light goes and comes.
It depends where you are.
Exactly. Like when we were in Santiago, we didn't have that issue because her father's house is like next to a hospital and a school, and those are places that had to have light.
Or I prefer to have light because they don't need to have light. I mean, it does leave, but it leaves less than
Sure.
other places.
Like less frequently.
Because they have like, what is it called? The light thing.
Inversor.
Yeah. What is
Pretty
it?
much like a
Like a
backup
plant
battery plant
type of
thing. Yeah.
So they have to have that.
And that shit kicks in like whenever the light goes, and powers everything. But
now we're getting close to Punta Cana.
yeah, if I made that right turn correctly, which I think I did.
It's a Bávaro, the sign.
Yeah, as long as we hit one resort, like they're all like by each other anyway.
33 kilometers. Which I don't know how much it is, but
Nice. And what else? And then it's pretty much my favorite thing. Not my favorite thing, but one of my favorite things from being in Santo Domingo is that we had Johnny Cake. Like, I think almost every day, right, for breakfast. The 3 mornings that we were there, which is my favorite, like breakfast when I was a kid. Which is pretty much like think of like the sell in the street, like street meat type of thing, but it's like a fried empanada, and they make them either of eggs, of meat and cheese, ham and cheese, and it's like a traditional breakfast thing in DR. And
I had
plain like soyla, which is literally just the fried dough.
yeah.
And
So good though, like it doesn't even need anything.
yeah, that shit is good.
With stuff it's good.
Yeah.
It must be better.
So that was awesome. I had that a bunch of them. I think I had like 4 or 5 of them. And fuimos a comer chimi with a cousin of mine that took us 2 nights ago, I think.
Yeah, and another one.
And helado one we had a couple times too.
That was awesome too.
Yeah. And
And finally I didn't get sick out of eating dairy.
yeah, I know, right? See, helado one is where it's at. I'm telling you. That's
So I
the
guess
shit.
I have to
Comer
to enjoy
helado.
ice cream I have to get
Yeah.
what else?
Where was that? That was in El Malecón, and we drove by la zona colonial, which I looked up that I wanted to go to, pero no nos dio el tiempo. Like we didn't have enough time, basically. But it's really cool. It's like the first hospital and school.
That's so hard.
That's over.
What?
I know. It's the first hospital and school that were built in the New World when Columbus came over. Was there, and they have it restored, I guess is the word. Like it's its original format, whatever the word is for that. And we drove by that, which is pretty cool. It looked kind of like castle-ish, like that whole area.
Yeah, like medieval.
And that's pretty
We
cool.
passed by it.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
And we did a lot. We like packed in a lot. Those like 6 days that we've had so far.
And now we're going by like a really creepy road.
Yeah.
It's like all done, but it still looks creepy because there's like nothing around. There's only like cows
And trees and stuff on both sides.
and
And grass.
like a fence made out of
Sticks.
twigs.
Twig.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's still cool. The weather has been nice here.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I thought it was gonna rain.
It's like mid-80s.
This year in the winter it rains instead of snow.
Yeah. It is like every winter, like when you lived here.
Yeah. Like winter here.
Just like a bunch of rain and shit.
Yeah. The cool part here also is that 1 minute it could be raining so much that you think it's never gonna be over, and then the sun comes out like
1 second to the next, right?
yeah. It's like crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like one cloud could be passing by, and it could rain when that cloud is passing, but then afterwards it's fine.
Nice.
Like the sun comes out.
That's how, like the whole time we were here, I think it rained once. When we were in Santiago, and it was at night after we were home.
And it was a little bit.
Yeah. Not even like half an hour. And yeah, we had to write down everything for the day that we were gonna do. And we were like having a drink with your pops. And Primo. And just hanging out there. Primo is what? Primo of your mom's, right?
My mom's cousin.
Yeah.
And he was fun.
Yeah, he's
always
funny as hell.
He's like one of those natural comedians.
Yeah, like the life of the party kind of guy.
And his wife, they make a good, funny stand-up.
Yeah, like I forgot what it's
What
called.
is it called?
Those like dual improv
Yeah,
shows type of thing.
They don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Just
together.
natural.
It's just funny together.
Oh, does this guy have coconuts? He does have coconuts.
Yeah, you gonna stop?
If I didn't have this car behind me, I would have pulled up over there, but there's no side of the road thing here. If I see another one, we'll stop. That's the only thing I haven't had yet that I wanted.
You should.
I wanted a chimi, I wanted Johnny cake, and I wanted fresh
Throw
coconut.
those out and fill that up.
They're good.
One hour cocoa so you could take.
No, I'm gonna take the whole fucking coconut. I want it like that, natural.
You're gonna take, like, sip it up there? I was like, so you can have the drink or something.
No, I'm gonna sip it here.
Take a picture.
So that's taking a picture of the Punta Cana sign. We're getting closer.
Not sure what it's at.
34 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Eso no lo que dice ahorita. Oh, no, before it was 40
No,
something.
it was to Bauer.
Oh, alright. I want to see the Dreams sign already. Yeah, and this little road trip has been pretty cool too. Oh, what else did we do? When we were in Santo Domingo, we went to San Pedro de Macorís with my parents to go see my aunt, which is a nun. She's been a nun for what, like 50 years or some shit like that?
Yeah, even longer. I think 58.
Yeah, and she's we went to go see her in her like nun house.
Which I don't know how she could do that. It's like crazy.
That's crazy.
Well,
You
we
know.
need nuns and priests.
Yeah. And that was pretty cool. The other nun that was there was really nice.
Oh, she was so cute.
She was like the small little one in the front. She's 86 or 84 years old or something like that. She said.
Yeah. So cute. And she said that she always wanted to be a nun
Yeah, since she was a little girl.
since she was a little girl, and they didn't let her do that.
Yeah. So she had to wait until she was like 15 or something like that.
She used to put like stuff in her hair,
Yeah.
in her head or whatever.
You know what that reminds me of?
Holy
When
flying nun.
yeah, it's on me for friends. Who was
So
it?
you were just being the flying nun.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we were.
And then they were planning their weddings or whatever. It's funny. And what else do we do?
You want to do more?
I know, right? There's a lot of shit.
Yeah, we had fun, and we rented a car like for a bazillion days.
Hell yeah.
And I was having a heart attack every time we went out.
Why?
Because the traffic is insane in Santo Domingo anyways.
Yeah.
So there was not this crazy, but not that bad. But in Santo Domingo it's crazy. It's like they think they're invincible.
No. But this is where my
And invisible. Like whatever.
yeah, I know.
Nobody
is where those couple years that I spent thinking I was a drag racer in Acura Integra back in the day, where that little training kicked in.
Yeah.
It was actually, it wasn't that bad driving here. I driven here before, last time I came, but that was a long time ago. Like 10 years ago when I came with my brother. But yeah, it's like no rules, fucking red light, green light, doesn't matter. Fucking everybody goes in where they could go in, left, right, U-turns, fucking, they just like throw themselves at you like they're playing chicken and shit.
There's no police or anything.
Yeah. Or at least no police dedicated to fucking stopping shit like that.
Following the law themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's corrupt here.
So that was part of the excitement too. Just driving.
So far.
And now there's mad fucking autopista, mad like highways and bridges and tunnels, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's not as troubling as before, which was dirt roads before.
Yeah.
Scary.
Which are still fine places like that. Like when I went with your pops, I went with him to
You can still find.
to his finca. That was all like dirt roads and shit. And when we went to the campo too, to where my father grew up, that was all dirt roads and shit like that. Like when you go into the little towns and little huts and stuff like
Because if they're
that.
not like big roads that everybody pass by, they don't do them.
Yeah, they don't pave them.
They don't care. They just leave it there.
You know.
Like, just survive. Oh, and we went to my uncle's house. They had food.
Oh hell yeah, banging food.
So much food.
She has a aunt that cooks almost as good as her sister Julie. Almost.
Yeah, you better say that.
But not as good as Julie's. But almost.
Yeah. She did meatballs. We have meatballs everywhere in our lives.
I know, right?
That's true. Not bad.
And she made a arroz, guandule, a banging salad. The salad was even good. It had like salad and
Salad was so
repollo
weird. It
and
was
raisins and like a bunch of stuff.
corn,
De todo.
lettuce, what's it called? Like sauerkraut?
No.
Is it sauerkraut?
Repollo. I don't know what it is. I don't know what repollo is
I don't know.
in English.
Repollo.
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 And well, she made some fish too. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but it was good.
Salmon.
No, it wasn't salmon.
No?
No. It was that fish that it's like, it kind of has like a U shape to it.
Tripile. No,
¿Cómo?
tripiles. No.
Qué sé yo. If you tell me, I wouldn't know. What else was really good? We have some presidentes over there. Presidentes the Dominican beer. Which is really good. And
Do you like that soda? Even the Coke here tastes different.
oh yeah,
What do we have?
la botella.
Pollo.
You know why? Because they do it with cane sugar instead of
The regular shit.
like that corn syrup shit that you're not supposed to be drinking.
Yeah, they're both bad anyway.
Yeah, pero el otro es más natural.
Yeah. It tastes good.
Yeah. It's like the Coke in the glass bottles. It tastes like more carbonated, so.
Yeah. Because it's smaller dosage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Punta Cana, 15 kilometers away.
Yay. We're getting close. It's like I feel like I'm going to the end of the world and then we're gonna fall.
Yeah.
Right? Like fall over. This is far though. It's not close
Yeah, that's true.
to drive. It took us like 2 days because first we have to go to the capital. And
Oh, you
it's
mean
like
from
an hour and a half.
From Santiago to the capital, right?
From Santiago to the capital, that's an hour and a half. Or to 2 hours. Hour and a half, right?
Yeah, I was like,
And then from Santo Domingo to Punta Cana, it's like 3 hours.
yeah.
A little bit less, I think. Or I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. Yeah. It's like
Ahora
3
estamos
hours.
en Verón. 14 kilometers to Bávaro.
14 kilometers.
Bienvenidos. Welcome a Verón. I never heard of Verón.
I don't know. It's probably like a little city.
Look at it on the map right
I
there.
can see the beach.
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
All the
we're
way
on
at
the
the
hill.
end of it?
Yeah.
Like horizon.
El Guateque.
It's nice here.
Yeah. And what else? That's pretty much it. Now we're looking forward to getting to the hotel, relax, call my parents because my father wasn't feeling well yesterday. He was feeling faint, which is actually like a little scare. But he like came to DR with a cold, and so he wasn't feeling well to begin with, and then dealing with the heat and not having like electricity and fucking light, AC and fan and stuff like that. That didn't help much, obviously. He was feeling faint, and we actually took him to like an emergency room, and they just said that he had a fever, and they gave him like a suero.
And then he was dehydrated.
Yeah, suero was IV. And told him to take Tylenols basically, and to drink a lot of liquids. And we got him all that stuff. We were going to leave Santo Domingo like at 6 in the morning to be at the resort like by 10 o'clock. But we waited till when we left at 10, just to make sure he was doing good or whatever. And he was much better this morning. We actually went with my mother and my uncle and aunt to the cemetery to see where my grandparents are and my other aunt and uncle that passed. And he's in like good spirits and stuff. He's fine. He's much better. And they're going back to New York tomorrow, so we should be all good there.
He should be very happy.
Yeah.
He's gonna see Shady.
Yep.
Which is your dog.
His dog now.
Oh, his dog.
And he's gonna go see Shady, which he never wants to leave behind for an hour or two, let alone a week. And I don't know what was I told him. I don't know if this is true or not, but one of our neighbors told him to leave a piece of jewelry of his or something that he wears regularly, to leave it with him or like on his chain, on his dog chain, so that Shady could feel like my father's there and that supposedly he won't get depressed that way. Some crazy shit.
Still probably.
Yeah, that dog is crazy. That dog gets depressed. Like, he's literally sad. My father like goes to the store, like he just slumps down and doesn't want to do shit. Doesn't want to eat, doesn't want anything. So that's crazy.
A whole week torture.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll be reunited soon.
He cries.
Yeah, the dog cries when my father gets home. It's so funny.
And I bet you that does too.
Yeah.
They will cry.
They're gonna cry and hug. And that's pretty much it.
It does feel like the beachy.
Yeah, it's starting to
Right?
have like a beachy resort
beachy
feel.
look. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks
Yeah.
there's more palms than trees,
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
right? And you can see the sky more.
Yeah, it's like clear.
Yeah.
And that like saltwatery smell and feel. I hate these policía cortados, which is like speed bumps. They have them everywhere in DR.
Yeah.
They have like fucking 5 on one block, literally.
People still kill themselves.
Yeah.
So these are for different reasons.
Yeah. They're still fucking annoying. Yeah, este carrito no salió bueno. We got a Volkswagen, I don't even know what it is. Like a Volkswagen.
What's that? Is it?
No.
Jetta?
Tampoco. It's like a Volkswagen Caribbean country only edition or something. Like they have their own like versions and stuff like that for like different countries.
They do?
That I've noticed that. Whenever we rent like a car somewhere else, like it's always like some weird fucking name I never heard of. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. So yo, why not? Comfortable, has everything we need.
Hey, brought us here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it doesn't waste at all any gas.
I know.
It's crazy.
We filled up gas once from all those trips. We filled up gas once.
And we're still half a tank.
And have half a tank still. That's crazy.
This is an awesome car for gas.
Hell yeah, mad economical.
I wish all cars were like that.
You know? Especially over here, the gas over here, compared to New York right now, it's like between like $3.50, no, less. It's like I want to say between $3.50 and $4, like somewhere in there, like $3.75 range. And over here it's like $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
That's what I thought you were paying. Here it's $6, $5.
Yeah, no, more than $5.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. So it definitely helps that this shit's economical.
But they use like gas here instead of gasoline.
Yeah, that helps too. I don't know, how do you say that in English? Gas. Hey, ga.
Yeah.
Ga, which is GA without the S. That's what they use here.
No, GAS. Just leave the S out. Yeah.
But yeah, we should be getting closer to the resort now.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Did you enjoy doing your first recording?
You stopped it?
No. I want to see if you enjoyed it first.
It's weird at first.
Yeah, but then it like goes away. And you just start thinking, look, Barbados that way, Punta Cana this way. And keep going straight.
Oh, really, bro? I got lost there.
That'd be dope if they have an helado bowl inside the resort. Yeah.
They probably have ice cream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they better have desserts. That VIP shit, whatever it's called, that we paid for is fucking supposed to have like its own separate little hors d'oeuvres and desserts that are like separate from everything else. They're supposed to be like specialized or some shit.
Let's see.
Tu casa propia. This is a hospital over here. Si te da la chikungunya, we know where to go. So we are right now pulling into Dreams Resort and Spa. So that's happy. Just taking pictures. We finally got here. Coming up to the lobby.
Yeah, we're here.
They're gonna take out all our bags, check us in, Concierge Express or some shit like that. And then they're gonna park the car for us. And we don't have to worry about shit. Here we go.
Nice. Oh, shit.
It's a big tree. Gracias, gracias. Say. Right now we're beginning to watch the sunset on our romantic dinner on the beach, which is pretty awesome. It looks really cool. Sweater looks gorgeous. The dress that she has on. Very, very nice.
Good job.
Good job, babe.
And the breeze is awesome.
Yeah, the breeze feels good. I was feeling like shit before with a headache and a fever. I'm starting to feel better now. Hopefully the food is as good as it sounds. It's gonna be a salmon salad.
Okay.
broccoli soup.
Right.
Both of which you're not too happy about.
And lobster, he said?
Lobster tail with filet mignon. Filet mignon. Surf and turf. It really looks dope though. Like seeing the clouds like this. And the sun setting and
Well, you have
just,
one
like,
like
watching the
that and
waves.
one like this.
I don't know. The napkins. Oh,
Yours
yeah.
is better. It's
Yeah.
more nice.
You can have my napkin, baby.
Thank you.
I can make it real cool.
It's a breezeless.
Yeah. It's kind of breezy.
Oh,
No, that has a breeze.
I started watching Godzilla.
The what?
Godzilla
Oh, really? No, it's looking.
with la hermana de la Olsen twins
Oh, she's in it?
and Walter White.
Oh, he's in it too? That's good. I never know that. How was it good?
I was like in the middle of it. So.
You como que I never wanted to see that movie. I don't know. You never.
It's not that bad. Like I thought it was gonna be worse.
Well, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to
It's supposed to stay up.
be a fan.
It's a song. What if, you know? And y a mí me estaba doliendo la espalda, and I was like, and I remember the chikungunya stuff.
Yeah.
I was
That's what.
like,
My right knee started to hurt when I went to use the bathroom,
yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh no," and I had the fever.
Yeah, but you have knee pain.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, "Oh, that's just a regular," but it felt like a little different. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
But I started feeling better when I started sweating. Como sudando la fiebre.
Yeah. Una aerobia, una qué sé yo.
Yeah. No, but I was mad cold at first.
Yeah. De la fiebre.
No.
Yeah, you feel good now.
Se me está yendo the headache too.
Yeah. La brisa te hace bien.
Yeah.
De la playa, anyways. Not regular piece.
Y estar contigo me hace bien.
What a line.
Que muera.
Qué pan de oído. I wonder what's next.
The broccoli soup.
Yay. Sounds yummy. I like soup, and I don't know about the broccoli part.
Yeah. I like broccoli soup. I like cream of broccoli soup. You know that's what it is. So.
I'll taste it.
Yeah. Bueno, de otra.
Thank God I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
I would be like, yo, you bring me some good stuff here? Like a burger or something. No,
We gotta try that. We gotta try that pizza.
The pizza from here?
Yeah. Because I used to love that in the
Dominican pizza?
when I went with my brother to Bávaro. Every day I used to have at least like 2 or 3 pizzas because it used to be open like this one until like 2 in the morning. And you just go. It was like on the side of the pool. You're like, oh, I'm gonna pizza with whatever you want on it, and they make you like a personal pizza. You used to have mad pizza boxes in the room, just not even finished. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't like the pepperoni too much. That like, let me get another one.
Yeah, eso de desperdiciar comida. You know how many people go to sleep without eating?
No. This is awesome, though.
She put the light like that.
Yeah.
That's making me dizzy. Y tú que tienes en la cabeza.
Yeah. You know what I wish I could do, Vic? I wish I could take all these moments like this that are like super cool and romantic for when, like whenever you're in Massachusetts and I'm in New York and we're all like far away from each other, and then like bottle them up in like a little flask and wear it around my neck, and then take a sip of it every time I miss you.
Aww. Another one? Wow, you're full of them today.
Yo soy muy loco.
That's very sweet. I wish you could do that too. That'd be cool. We're far away from each other.
Yeah, we definitely gotta work on that when we get back.
Oh, yeah.
Figure out what the hell we're doing.
That's the next step, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, porque el tiempo pasa y
Yeah.
it's getting bored.
Yeah, it's getting
And then
fun.
it's gonna come here. Go on it.
Imagine.
It does get there. Not like as high, I imagine.
Yeah.
But close. Maybe feels better.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Babe, the hockey movie that you downloaded, it was the one that we saw.
Really? Which
The old
one?
one. One of him.
Oh, yeah?
Because I don't think it's the name is Hawking. I think it's the theory of everything or some shit like that.
A Brief History of Time? Like the name of his book?
No, the theory of everything. ¿Qué se llama? The movie.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? It shows like the lady bringing him into the, like a conference thing.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay. Okay, did the other one come out? The one that we saw a preview for? Maybe it's that. Can I
That's
be
the one that I'm saying. A theory of everything, se llama. They should bring that lady to sing for us.
What lady?
The lady that was singing there, I don't know.
When we were dancing bachata in the gazebo?
Yeah, so we could dance. We could dance there.
What's that sound?
Como un grillito.
You know, venga a picarme.
Como pica.
I don't know what a grillo is, so.
Grasshopper. That's what it was.
I have an uncle. Well, my grandmother's or my grandfather's brother is named Grillo. I don't know if that's his real name or is it un apodo. Me imagino it's an apodo. Imagine being named Grasshopper.
Huh?
Imagine being named Grasshopper.
Y raro.
Raro. That's a name?
Un señor dice, papi, ¿y qué le pasó a Raro? Pues no me conoció.
Yeah.
I was like, who? Raro.
Wow.
Imagínate tú. Yo me senté al lado de Raro y él no me conoció. Like, fue una vela o something.
Yeah.
Y yo dije, who?
You're a star.
Aww. Right in the middle.
No.
Babe, you're my North Star.
Oh, estamos
That's
en
my
Lua
romantic
también. Your romantic line of the evening.
I'm done.
Let me see if I come up with a few more. De una edición.
Yeah, because you're my rainbow. Where is it? You're my palm tree to my beach.
Oh.
Just coming up with stuff here, you know?
I don't think I've ever been at the beach at night like this. Oh, actually, yeah, with you. Remember we went with Stephen and Diana to Far Rockaway
Oh, yeah.
to sit on the beach?
That was weird, though. It's like, it was nice, but like,
No.
it was unexpected. It was fun. We were the only ones there.
Yeah.
Scraping.
Yeah.
But it was pitch black. At least now, if we want, we could just go in there.
True.
You know, they. It would be like, you crazy.
Enter at your own
Get
risk.
out of here.
Si te lleva una ola de esa.
Yo le tengo miedo al mar.
Trujillo. That shit's fucking massive.
It's massive and it could kill you very easily.
Hell yeah.
I don't play.
You know, like it.
My mom used to be so scared of her. Ella ni sentaba. Ella se tiraba agua hacia la orillita. Digo yo, puta, es lo que se está tirando es sucio.
Oh, yeah.
Porque tú sabes que en la orilla es la que hay arena.
Yeah.
Y así está bien. La única playa que hay es la de mi casa. La bañera. Ay, la va a cambiar. La discoteca.
What you thinking about, honey?
Pretty, it is. How nice it is. Very pretty.
Muchas gracias. We got a blue light. I
Huh?
like it.
You like it? Do I look scary?
I can see your eyes.
Yeah. Do you look creepy? I can't see anything else.
Solo te digo como que te quedan bonitas.
Dile a ese tipo que me lo regaló. And they're so comfy too. I wear it to work every day.
No.
Look, it helps like with the headphones. Doesn't bother.
Yeah, it's good taste. It's good.
I know, right? Mosquito. Have fun this trip.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Thank you. Better than I expected.
Yeah.
I was super nervous about it. I don't know why. But
Yeah. We're like meeting everybody and me meeting
like
everybody.
having to do so many things was overwhelming. And like planning and stuff. I don't like doing that.
That's why you got me to plan all that shit.
Yeah. I still have to like do my stuff. We can't do everything.
It's okay.
But it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
I wanted everything to come out perfect.
Yeah, and it did.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together. We didn't kill each other.
You didn't get tired. You didn't get tired of it.
Nope.
Yeah. I think we were apart like for an hour. And you were with my dad.
Oh yeah, when I went to the finca.
Oh, in the salon.
That was the same time.
Was it?
When you went to the salon, I went to the finca.
No, and then when you went to do the villaje.
Oh yeah.
I remember I was alone
Yeah.
for a little while.
Did you
Before
miss?
the hit.
Did you miss me?
I did. It's gonna suck to go back to reality.
No, no. Right?
Really hard. It's hard like spending a weekend and then leave.
Imagine a whole week plus. Until I read a best-selling book that becomes a movie.
Or your dad wants to.
Yeah. Fuiste faster que yo. Fuiste faster que yo. know what they should put on my bridge? Chairs. So right now, Zoila and I are walking around the resort, and it's a pretty nice setting because remember it's like a week before Christmas. The resort has like palm trees that are decorated, and just throughout the resort it's like a Christmassy theme with a bunch of lights and stuff like that. So it's a pretty nice romantic setting, and we're making our way towards this bridge, which I had been building up since before we even went to Dominican Republic, because I knew that was the spot that I wanted to propose. It's like this bridge that goes over the pool, and then there's like this little island like in the middle of the pool that you walk on, and then it has another bridge taking you to the opposite side of the pool, and it's really cool. I saw it on the resort's website. It's one of the main pictures on there, and that's where I decided to do it. So I started building up this bridge, telling her, I want to walk this bridge every single day that we're there. It looks so cool and shit like that, so that just in case after we had our dinner on the beach, which we already had reserved, and let's say the bridge wasn't like in the direct path like towards our room, I didn't want it to seem like obvious or like odd if I said, oh, let's go that way so we could walk the bridge. You know what I mean? So I made it a point to make that bridge like uber important to me. And right now, this is us pretty much walking towards that bridge. Cuidado si te vas de boca. With a little land in the middle. This wooden creaky sound is us walking up the steps of the bridge. Yeah, chairs wouldn't work here. Up until now, I wasn't nervous at all. Until... No, it would make it awesome, though? If you did me the honor of being my fiancé. If you listen really closely here, when we hug, the MP3 recorder presses up against my chest, and you can hear my heart beating fast like a little bitch.
What?
Now I'm getting down on one knee and opening up the box that has like a 1-watt light bulb in it so that she could see the ring at night. Will you marry me? Don't cry, dude. I love you.
Oh my God. It's beautiful.
The bridge is a little better now. Then some hugging, some kissing. You said yes.
I'm so quiet.
more hugging, some more kissing. I love you, Mama. Now it's our special bridge.
Yeah. Wow.
You like it?
It's beautiful. It's like me. It's perfect.
It fits nice.
It's so shiny. Wow. Oh my God.
I'm like in shock. And of course, some more hugging and some more kissing. You did say yes, right?
Yes, I did. I said it. I started crying like a baby. Oh my God.
You made me get teared up.
Huh?
You made me get teared up. Of course, I didn't really get teared up.
Damn, there was nobody here.
Perfect
Are you
planning.
prepared? Nobody be there.
That's why since the pool closes at 6, like, we passed by yesterday, like, to make sure that it's like dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, babe. I love you. I love you so much.
Me too, baby.
It was perfect.
Yeah. You happy?
Do I have mascara everywhere?
No.
Just in case it's not waterproof.
You look beautiful. You can see it in the light now.
Wow, it's huge. Wow, it's perfect, babe. I love it.
No.
Perfect. Whew.
It looks awesome on you.
Oh my God, babe.
I can't
I
believe
can't
that's
believe
over.
it. What were you thinking in your head? What was in your head? You were nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I actually wasn't the entire time, the entire day also. I thought that today I would get nervous, and then when we were actually there, I got nervous.
You were sick the whole day.
That wasn't fake. that part was
I
real.
know. You can't fake
And the
being
freaking champagne was actually my brother got us. It was like, congratulations.
hot. Oh my God.
And like I coordinated with them just to have it for us after the dinner, like in the room.
I was like, I think that's for the dinner.
And they kept right here. We walked by a guy that's selling like these little monkeys that are carved out of actual coconuts, and I got a couple of them. I got one for my pops, which was a monkey holding like a baseball bat and had a little baseball cap and everything. And then we got one for us, which was a monkey like holding a heart, and we got our names and the date put on it. And this guy actually became the first guy to know that we had just gotten engaged.
Oh, that is cool.
I get a little baseball one for my pops.
Oh my God.
Hola, primo. ¿Ustedes están aquí mañana?
No, esta noche no.
¿Hasta qué hora?
A las 9,
La nueve.
a las 9 y 20 por ahí.
¿Cuántos son estos?
Con el nombre, también le puedo poner el nombre aquí. $25
Okay.
con su nombre. Si lleva más de uno, también le hago un mejor precio.
¿Y eso?
Igual,
¿Lo mismo?
sí.
¿Todos son el mismo precio?
No, todo no. Yo creo que es el mismo precio.
Do you like those? Babe?
That'll be cool for us. El nombre tuyo.
El bate se le quita.
You
Sí.
wanna come back?
Yeah. Si le cogemos dos,
Dos
¿en cuánto lo dejan?
por 40,
Okay.
20. Fue el nombre, lo que
Como nombre,
quiera.
¿verdad?
Pero,
¿No for us?
¿le gustó este?
Sí.
Pero yo le garantizo uno así como este, porque está hecho de hoy y está más bonito que este, ¿comprendes?
Sí.
Pero eso es lo que sabe.
¿Cuál te gusta? Ahí caben 2 nombres.
Sí.
¿Te gusta este?
Ese.
También si le gusta el collarcito, lo puedo poner a este también.
Sí.
You have money with it?
No. Pero tengo que venir para atrás.
Pues
Tengo...
este y este.
Sí. ¿Quieres escribir los nombres?
Sí.
Lo que voy a buscar el dinero. Put our names and date.
Oh my God.
Y hablé con... I spoke to your father.
What
That was
did
like
he
the
say?
main...
Oh my God.
That was the main reason why I wanted to go to
To Santiago.
over there first. You know,
Oh my God, now you gotta tell me everything you were hiding from me.
Muchas gracias.
Nos comprometimos ahora mismo.
Oh, sí.
Sí.
Felicidades.
Gracias.
Déjame hacer unos regalos.
Gracias. He was pretty cool. He made some like origami flower rose thing out of like a vine or something like that, and gave it to Zoila.
So that's what you were saying, the date.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get that one for my father.
You gonna get one for your dad?
Yeah, the baseball one. So yeah, so I spoke to your pops when we were speaking about the stars, actually. We were... Tú estabas adentro hablando con Judy ese día. Y nosotros estábamos afuera. But like, it was at night. We were like looking up at the stars or whatever. I asked him there.
He didn't tell me anything. See, he
I
was
told him
good.
not to. Yeah.
Well, he didn't tell Julie either.
Yeah, so that's why I know I could trust it. I spoke to Julia hour before I left. When the last time I was in your house.
Oh my God, Julie knew too.
And JC too. Like I wanted to speak to JC, pero yo le dije a Julie que lo diga a JC porque ya tú ibas a estar ahí after work. Like when I picked you up. It was cuando yo fui con Raúl ese viernes temprano. Y después Julie le dijo a JC and JC texted me. And she said that she'd be happy to. If we got engaged or whatever. But I didn't tell Julie that I was going to do it this trip. I told her I wasn't sure when, but that I wanted to speak to her first. Porque...
Ay,
Muchísimas gracias.
está lindo, gracias.
Muchas gracias. So, si al corazón se le puede poner Tony y Zoila, y la fecha.
Claro que sí.
Y...
Tony Aldebar.
ajá.
Claro.
Muchas
Muchas
gracias.
gracias.
De nada, ¿eh?
¿Cuál es su nombre?
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Muchas
Muchas gracias, Gabriel. Ay, se me quedó la chancleta pega.
Hoy son de coco.
You wanted to check the bracelets, babe?
Yeah, but I'll bring money. We'll check. And... Todo bien.
Excelente.
Excelente.
Si va todo bien es mejor.
Sí.
Antes luna de miel.
No, comprometido ahora mismo.
¿Y por qué no está casado de una
Mira.
vez? ¿Por qué está perdiendo el tiempo?
Ahora porque nos
Eso ya vamos de una vez
comprometimos.
casados. ¿Y de
Un
dónde,
paso
de
primero.
dónde nos visitan ustedes?
De Nueva York.
¿De Nueva York y es primera vez acá?
Sí, en este hotel
Bueno,
sí.
en este hotel sí. Pero en Punta Cana no.
Pues felicidades.
Muchas
Se
gracias.
comprometieron hoy.
Muchas gracias.
Primer paso, ¿verdad?
Primer paso, ya vimos que él es valiente.
Muchas gracias.
Acuérdate que estamos vendiendo los cuadros acá y eso como ustedes se comprometieron por primera vez, el cuadro dura para toda la vida. Y aquí a 20 años te dicen, cuando me comprometí, compré un cuadro así.
Cuídese.
Oh my God, this is so cute too.
Yeah. What else?
That's so cool. See, my sister didn't tell me shit squat.
It's good.
Nobody told me nothing. Which is awesome because I got surprised.
Yeah. And I knew it was gonna be at night. That's why I changed the box that they gave me to make sure it had a light.
Like, I can't see it. I can't see it. Aww. Baby, Of course. I'm crazy. Yeah. Still can't believe it. And what about your parents? You told them?
Yeah, of course.
What they say?
I'm really happy.
Oh my God. And when did you buy the ring? A long time ago?
Yeah, a little while ago. Around your birthday, I think. I was holding it a long time. I had it in my little filing cabinet.
Yeah, I imagine you were planning like crazy, going berserk.
Yeah. And actually...
Today, okay. No, you want to cancel the thing.
Yeah.
What you were saying.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
And actually the, can you really see?
You know, we gotta go to the gazebo and dance.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're engaged.
Can you really see? Oh, yeah. And then my original plan was to do it on the beach in the dinner thing. And then Julian already came back from Mexico and did it on the beach. I was like, oh, del diablo. But honestly, I always liked that bridge. And I was torn between the bridge and the romantic dinner thing. So it made my decision easier, I would say.
So perfect. So the champagne was for that, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's what got the weight that they're looking
You're
at.
so gullible.
Nice. And that's the episode, folks. What you think? Did I fuck it up? Was it all romantical and shit? The way it should be for that type of thing? Or what you think? Let me know. Hit me up. Reach me through my contact page, spuntoday.com/contact. You can let me know what you think there. Obviously, you can add comments on iTunes and or Stitcher, or email me at spuntoday@gmail.com. And the best thing you guys can do, rate and review on iTunes and Stitcher. I would really appreciate that. It's the best thing you could do for me and for the Spun Today podcast. Also, go to spuntoday.com/photography. I added photos from that, correlate to this episode. I tweeted it earlier this week. It's all photos that I took during this trip in DR. It's 12 photos, if I'm not mistaken. Just throughout DR. Most of them are in Santiago. And I think they're pretty cool. Check them out. Two of them, if I'm not mistaken, are on the actual day, on the engagement day. You can see like the whole beach scene and romantic dinner scene, like the setup, the way it looks, the way it was. Check that out. Again, that's spuntoday.com/photography. And always, as with all the photos, you guys can purchase prints. Well, you can download them all free if you want to put them on your computer or some shit like that. As a wallpaper, screensaver, or whatever. But you can also purchase prints if you want to purchase them like on actual canvas or a poster if you want them framed, like something like that. And to do so, go to crated.com/spuntoday. That's crated, CRATED.com/spuntoday. And purchase prints of all of my photography through there. Also, another way to support the podcast, you can do your shopping on Amazon, your Amazon shopping, using the Amazon banner located on my contact page. Again, spuntoday.com/contact. There's a banner at the center top of the page for Amazon. Click on that. It'll take you to, it's a portal basically that takes you straight through to Amazon's website. Do your shopping as normal, and it will not cost you anything extra, but Amazon will kick back a couple pennies on the dollar just for sending traffic their way. Also, there's a PayPal donations button there. Yeah, if you guys want to use that, self-explanatory. And also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Spun Today, on Facebook, facebook.com/Spun Today, and now on YouTube. All the episodes for the podcast are and will continue to be on YouTube. In case you guys want to listen to this shit at work, plug it into your computer at work. Google, not Google. Go on YouTube. Google's YouTube, and check out the Spun Today podcast page. I'll tweet a link of it. Again, I tweeted it before. It's in my Twitter feed at Spun Today. If you guys want to go look for it there, that's easier for you. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will end the episode, like I said, with Pueblo por Pueblo by Aventura, which is a song that I mentioned in the intro, for you guys to enjoy. And as always, guys, substitute the mysticism with hard work and start taking steps in the general direction of your dreams. Thanks for listening.
Que vengan las mujeres. Chata, merengue. Y el merengue típico ahora. Muchacho, acompáñeme.
He comprobado que bonito es mi país. Por tu partido una experiencia yo viví. Para que veas lo mucho que yo a ti te quiero. En busca de tu amor yo fui pueblo por pueblo. Todo lugar de mi Quisqueya yo pisé. Oye mi historia, lo que por ti yo pasé. Lo hermoso fue, pude mi tierra conocer. Pero lo malo al final no te encontré. Te busqué por el Cibao, desde Moca hasta Bonao. Y en La Vega me dijeron que por ahí tú no pasas. Y lo mismo fue en Tenares, seguí por hasta Hernández. El